Futa, Touba in the Republic of Guinea. A Jahanka clerical settlement was founded in 1815 by Imam Sheikh Salim ibn Muhammad Fatma Jabi, commonly known as Karamba Touba. Imam Salim, also known as Karamohoba according to scholars, is said to be descendant of Omar bin Khattab. The inhabitants of Futa Touba follow the tariqa of Abdul Qadir Jelan. The deputy director of Al Falah radio station, Lamin Sane, hailed the important contribution of Jahankas in the establishment of Islam in West Africa.
Very respectable people. They are also learned scholars. They are well respected. And then if you look at back, most of these majlis and daras that we were saying, most of them are being established by them, and they teach and help so many people with regard to Islamic education. Their contribution toward Islam is so vital and is something that will remain in West Africa.
One of the descendants of Karamba Touba, Alhaji Bamfa Jabi, fondly called Bamfa Touba, took us through the history of Karamohoba, a great sage or waliu who originated from Bundudidi in Senegal. According to Bamfa Touba, Karamohoba left his parents at an early age in search of knowledge. During the course of his studies, Imam Sheikh Salim passed through various scholars before he finally settled in Futa Touba, but not without some challenges, for the community of Touba had water shortages. Karamohoba then went to his usual sacred place at the mountains to pray to Allah to ease the scarcity of water in the area. This is what is contained in this religious song. On our way to Karamba Touba's famous sacred place called Santoba or Walaya at the mountains, we met this woman, Mahawa Jabi, who came all the way from France just to attend the biannual event. Karamohoba spent all his life here worshipping Allah, Mahawa told me. Karamohoba, according to Bamfa Touba, was happily married and had 12 sons. Today, Bamfa Touba went on, the descendants of Karamohoba can be found in many parts of the world, including West Africa. The Gambia and Senegal have a good number of Jahankas who are direct descendants of Karamba Touba. Some of the Jahanka settlements in the Gambia include Liberas, Kunting, Bakadaji Jelani, Jar Sikunda, Sutukung and Masembe, while others can be found in Kanjalo, Nyandanki, Marsasu and Taslima in Casamas, as well as Maka Kulibantang in Senegal Oriental. Muslims in parts of Africa have their own traditional pilgrimage observed apart from the Hajj and Umrah that are usually held in the holy cities of Mecca and Medina. Maulud Nabi, locally called Gammo, is celebrations marking the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. According to scholars, Ziyaris and Gamos are organized as means of honoring Muslim clerics and seek blessings from Allah. It is observed that these journeys are popular in parts of West Africa. A series of places are usually visited as part of the traditional ceremony, which often reflects the cultural and religious variations in diverse Muslim communities. Although the issue of organizing ziyaris and gamos generates debate among Muslims, the program still continues.
It's not only in West Africa. If you go to the Arab world, Western world, you also have their own specific days that they celebrate. And then even the Gamo is not started in West Africa. I think it started from Egypt, maybe 300 to 400 years ago. That's something that Muslims need to understand. We have what we call Islamic culture. We have what we call cultural Islam.
The community of Touba organizes a biannual religious ceremony locally called Fidao. The event brought together Muslim followers from around the world to pay homage to the great Jahanka scholars and as well pray for the Muslim Ummah for continued peace and stability. Futa Touba, like many religious homes, have traditional religious schools locally called Karantaba. At the central courtyard surrounded by these round huts, where students, locally called talibes, gather every morning and evening for their religious lessons. Some of the children travel the mountains all the way from the Gambia, Senegal and Guinea-Bissau to seek knowledge in Futa Touba.
As soon as they grown up, maybe 5, 6 to 7 years, they usually taken to Dara. These Daras were owned by scholars. They were not charging any fee. You know, the modern system that we have, we usually pay our school fees.
The teachings are mainly focused on reciting and memorizing the Holy Quran. Students are asked to go to the bush to fetch firewood for use in the evening. During lessons, the teachers, locally called ustas, walk around with a cane to scold students who are not concentrating or fell asleep during classes. Although some teachers rarely use the cane on students, others believe it is necessary to make children pay more attention to what they have been taught in class. In the process, students memorize all the 114 chapters of the Holy Quran. This is done by reciting verses of the Holy Quran over and over and writing pages of the Quran on wooden tablets with quill pens dipped in ink which is made from charcoal or gum arabic. Lamin Sane further explained.
Normally they sit around the fire as a circle of learning, and they have a fire in between, which normally the student will be providing firewood and they use it. So they will also have a wooden board, and they also have a wooden pen, and you have an ink that they usually do it with charcoal or something. They use that to write on those wooden, so that's how they were operating. Totally different from today, where we have books, blackboard and chalks and all those stuff.
With an increasing number of madrasas around the world, it is believed that they have the potential to transform the lives of young people to spread and strengthen the Muslim faith. Mama Jaye, GRTS.